them are present for the religions that is why. Don't be confused why Buddhist religion is important to the people. It's like from the time of birth until death, from the cradle to the grave, from the birth to the die, from birth until death. It shows in our custom ceremony at the birthday to the become a monk, waiting and prayer to spirits. Since Thailand was not yet developed as now, people at night were more concerned with the temple and monk than anything else. That is why temple seems to be the place for everyone who has problem and needs help in discussing that problem. The monks are the one who to the contractor communicates between the people because the people believe and respect fully to the monk. The monk also has many positions such as teacher, doctor, prepare religions, ceremony, and meditator to help people to communicate. This is we talked about before the pastime already. Before in the Thailand country, temple and the monk very important. But now not like that. Before temple like to be school, like to be the most hotels, like to be the justice, and like to be hospital. Because before all the children must be to go to the temple for school, the monk be teacher. And everyone depart from the house, from the village, from home to another place. If have no people to know in that place, in that province or in that district, you can to sleep and eating in and sleep in that temple. Temple like to be the hotel. Not pay any $1, not pay any $1. Live, eat, free of charge. This good one for the social before. But now we have hotel already. And one who gets sick or fever go to temple. The monk have the herb juice medicine to help the people. And one who fallen and wife and husband fallen among themselves. Everybody cannot give justice. The monk and teaching to them to make understanding and to discuss for this problem. And the temple same the store for the equipment for social. Everything have in the temple. If one who to use equipment and go to borrow from the temple, from the monk. In the past, not many years ago, the country did not have school as today. Therefore, parents must send their son to the temple for studying, no matter whether rich or poor, no matter whether rich or poor. The monk has to be the teacher in the both children study and religions. Most students, after receiving their degree and religious training, feel close to the love, the temple. Because of this, the monks are the base for the teaching. Sometimes monks have to be the doctor to look after the sick people who came to the temple when they were sick. Since long ago, the monks have been experts in the preparing medicine from the roots of tree or herb use medicines. Some monks have had special way to take care of the people, sometimes using magics learned from the previous teacher. We will now discuss the countless goods about the Buddhist religion. Our religion has the help to build Thailand and had force people to love each other and to protect the country. We are proud to say that Thailand has protected. Thailand has protected itself in war and has not lost to or belongs to the another, because the peoples of Thailand believes in the Buddhist religion. Thai people believes in the monk and follow the Buddhist teaching. That is why religion is important and serves our country to be free from the beginning until now. Sometimes even our one country gets into problem. Even our own country gets into problem, but the people always depends on the Buddhist religions to help them. Otherwise, the enemy who tries to take over the country and destroy our government and our religions would win many times to the break up and make a bad future, to make our religion look best by trying to use the newspaper, radio and TV They experience the news trying to make a small problem become to the big, a small problem into the last one, and confuse the people into losing their beliefs in our religions. They hope the people will get tired of the religions, no longer accept it, and do not pay attention to prayer. This is important also. And Buddhist religion is the place civilization country, tradition and custom. Thailand has been accepted for having a wonderful country. Peoples of different nationality and different language and decides to visit our country. The world has called Thailand country the smiling country, or sometimes Thailand is land on smiling and giving pardon country. Sometimes they talk Thailand is land of the yellow robe, the land of yellow robe country. This is correct, as we can see at the country and people who show no signs of smiling. This may be due to politics or business that make the other people not able to smile. But for Thai people to always smile, this must come from the happiness. This is shows at the Songkran or Thai New Year, Loi Katong, and bowing and saluting and the people. And this comes from the power of the Buddhist religion. Powerful of Buddhist religion is in the blood of Thai people. And powerful of the Buddhist religion, and this is why Thailand has respect from the world. We have the best country as the bowing and saluting look soft and beautiful, which is spectacular in the eyes and everyone who has seen it. Buddhism is the place of the begins architecture, painting, and image of the Buddha. Whatever country which believes in the Buddhist religion, such as India, Tibet, China, Burma, Laos, Cambodia, and Thailand. 8. In this country, always has been in the Buddhist way. They are big and strong, and will be there forever. Most are beautiful and unbelievable, like a temple. We are not going to talk about another country, as we will point out to you, particularly Thailand. Just the important place, the historical place, where chance to be the tourist center, are mostly the temple. For instance, Wat Phagel. In English, Emerald Buddha Temple. วัดภูเขาทองวัดพระธาตุพนมวัดพระธมเจดีย์วัดพระศรีมหาธาตุวัดพระธาตุดอยสุเทพวัดพระธาตุทะเลพูนชัย and so on. Each temple is gorgeous and unbelievable, good for looking and study of history. This is discarding just parts of the century of the Ratanakosin of Bangkok or Kungthep, and not including with the other century at the century of Sukhothai and Ayutthaya, or the old one, Srikodamapura century, Srikodamapura Empire, beside of Mekong River, northeastern part of Thailand. That's very close in the old century. Srikodamapura, this means to the beautiful country and calming country from the Buddhist religion teaching. This is the center at the Nakhon Phanom or Skonakon and Ubon Ratchathani. This Srikodamapura century or Srikodamapura Empire. This is the spiritual enlightenment land before. But we not talk about that. We talk about a century of the Ratanakosin, not century of another. It has so much that it has the word says in the Ratanakosin, a hen fly not falling to the ground. A hen fly not falling to the ground because temples are everywhere. Too much temple. Everything. That has been discussed. It just part of the story. In fact, Buddhism has given a lot of things, more than we could think of or could talk about. But after talking about everything in the Netherlands, Buddhism has made Thailand country remains an independent country from the beginning until now. I'm sorry. The base of the Buddhism is much more than we can say. If Buddhism is much more important like this, everyone should help each other to protect and supporting our developed religions forever. Okay, let us know a little history of the Buddha. The Buddhism is the Western form for the teaching of the Buddha or the religions practiced by the Buddha in the East. It is known as the Buddha Sasana. Buddha Sasana. This is the East. Each word talk like this. Buddha Sasana. Buddha is not a name, it is a title, meaning the enlightenment one or the awakening one, not name for a person. The Buddha, his personal name was Siddhartha, and his clan name was Gotama. Then he was sometime called Siddhartha Gotama. Few people, however, now make use of this name. They simply call him the Buddha or Gotama the Buddha. The Buddha lived 25 centuries ago in the North India. He was born a prince of the Sakya kingdom, which was located at the foot of Himalaya mountain or Everest mountain. His father, who was the king ruling over the Sakya, was called Sutotana. The queen, who was the princess mother, was called Maya. As a prince, he grew up in the midst of the luxury, led the happy lives of the privileged youth and married Princess Yasodhara, his beautiful cousin, who bore him a son, Rahula. The princely, luxurious life, however, could not choose the year of a wise and thoughtful person like him from the realities of life. Thus, in spite of his father's efforts to keep his mind attached to the world and satisfied with the enjoyment of the sensual pleasure, which in the palace state, he became aware of the dark side of life, the sorrow of his fellow being, and the fleeting nature of unworldly things. This happened for the first time when he took serious ride in the streets of his father, his capital, Kapilavastu. This name of the city, Kapilavastu, and Thailand called Kapilavastu. Kapilavastu, when he saw 4 signs with antlers his whole life. The first 3 of them, a man fever with old age, another one with a grievous disease, and a corpse, filled him with a longing who finds some way to help his fellow men and to discover the true meaning of life. The fourth sign, a monk, gave him a hope of the possibility of the learning about truth and feeling a way out of the suffering. Then at the age of 79, Prince Siddhartha left his father, a priest, left his dearly loving wife and newborn son, and led the lives of a wandering ascetic, devoting himself to the finding some way of overcoming suffering. First of all, he went to foremost Brahmin ascetics. He told him the highest state of the yoga mystic practice. Unsatisfied with that teacher, he went to the practice self-modification until he realized that such practices were foolish and useless. 6 years of experiment in the forest led him to the conclusion that the well-worn paths of yoga and asceticism did not lead to wisdom. He then gave up this practice and went on his own way, applying the reflective thought of the conscious meditation to the original simple lines of the modulation at the full moon of May, 45 years before the Buddhist era, while sitting under the Bodhi tree at the Gaya, or Buddha Gaya now, the people call like this. He found his answer and attained the enlightenment, the greatest man